Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Journey to Become Wealthy. My name is Kelvin Reed, and it is Monday. Hopefully, you all were able to get into this market. I I didn't see a lot of money making opportunities, but there were a few of them. Hopefully, you all got in, got out, did not get caught in this sideways trading that we saw on today. We do know that tomorrow we have some news expected from the Fed Powell speech that could potentially push the market either up or down. So I think that's why we kind of traded sideways in preparation for that. But before I get too far into it, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so that you get notified when I make videos. All right. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Today, the market traded pretty much flat sideways, right? And I do that believe that is because just a tiny bit of FUD in the markets. For the most part, most things were down for today, but it was a lot of sideways trading that came out, and we didn't really see no big rallies up or no big rallies down. When I see sideways trading, I do get a little fearful myself because that's capitulation. We know behind capitulation comes a little downtrend most times, unless it's backed by some substantial positive or negative news, which pushes it either to the upside or the downside. So tomorrow we're gonna be looking for that. But let's take a look at the market. So the Dow was down today 0.10%. Like I said, pretty flat, trading sideways. SP 500 down 0.61%. NASDAQ down 1%. The Russell down 1.40%. The only thing that I really saw green today was Tesla. Tesla traded again pretty sideways, a little up, a little down, pretty crazy. Meta did the same. Took off to the upside, came back down, traded sideways. So we had a lot of heavy sideways trading today. If you want to take a look at it, pretty much every last one of them was like this. I saw it come down, I saw it go up, and I saw it just trade within this channel right here. Granted, there could have been some money made on the down moves and the up moves, but when you're doing it like that, you got to be timing that perfect top, that perfect bottom. And in this case, it actually looks fairly like it could have been a fairly easy thing to do. So you could have got in, got out, got in, got out if you want to trade like that. I myself, I made my money early in the morning and I got out and I watched things trade sideways, looking for an opportunity for a major downside or upside push, and I didn't find anything. But behind that negative, in the after hours, we actually ran up in pretty much all of them, right? So we see the Dow up 0.17% in the after hours, SP 500 up 0.27% in the after hours, and the NASDAQ up 0.34% in the after hours. Now, granted, look at this Dow up 0.17. It was only down 0.10%. The SP 500 up 0.27% in the after hours. It was only down 0.61% in the after hours. We got the NASDAQ up 0.33% in the after hours. It was down 1%. So it looks like we recovered some of those losses in the after hours, meaning we're even more flat now in the aftermarket than we were beforehand, before during the market trading hours. So that right there, to me, I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. There's an article here. I haven't even read it myself yet fully, but I like the title on it, so y'all know I like to share those things with you. One thing we do gotta check out our fear and greed. That's just how flat it was. It came down 1%, right? I told you we were expecting a slight pullback because just extreme greed is always crazy, right? It means we're overbought in all of our indexes, and the market has to kind of pull back a little bit in order to get a fair valuation on most of these prices that we've been seeing going crazy in the month of January, really in 2023. 2023, 30 days in, we're amazing, right? 37 days, actually 37 days in, and we've been seeing some amazing moves. All right, so let's check out this article. Stock futures inch higher as investors await Fed Chair Powell's speech. And now they are talking about in the after hours, right? Because like I just showed you, the after hours versus the during the trade and during the day was much better. We saw better moves actually, which is kind of crazy. So here we have futures tied to the SP 500 at a 0.13%, while futures connected to the Dow Jones inched 20 points or 0.07%, while the NASDAQ rose 0.13%. On the earnings front, we had Pinterest, which fell 2% after hours, and the week outlook, while Chig plummeted more than 22% on disappointing guidance. Sheesh, 22%. We've seen that happen before. Netflix, really some of the big dogs, we've seen those plummets. I just hate I missed it, right? Earnings, I tell you, our earnings can be win some, lose some. Things go crazy in earnings. So Monday's overnight moves followed another down session for markets as bond yields rose and pressure growth stocks. The Dow Jones Industrial dipped 34.99. That's talking about the market. We already talked about that. Um, I think the market is in a reassessment mode, and that's why you see markets pull back a little bit. Certainly post the jobs report, and we're seeing a little bit more today, says Sinead Colton Grant, Global Head of Investor Solutions at BNY Mellon Wealth Management. So he pretty much agrees with me. People are reassessing the market, what's going on. We're waiting on Fed Chair Powell's speech tomorrow, kind of give us a clear direction on where the economy is going. Here it says a speech from Powell before the Economic Club of Washington on Tuesday remains top of mind for investors. Markets interpreted a slew of his disinflation comments during last week's post-meeting press conference as dovish and stocks rallied. Many view the appearance as an opportunity for Powell to offer more clarity on where rates are headed or clarify some comments made after last week's 25 basis point rate hike. I think you will likely see an attempt to perhaps dampen some of the reaction to the statements in the press conference, Grant said. So they're actually looking for some downside tomorrow. That's what they're expecting. I won't say this is putting FUD in the market, but these are some of the facts. They are looking for some downside in the market. And again, I've been telling you guys since last week, we're overbought. We're overbought. So I fully expect a slight pullback on these markets in order for things to come back to a fair valuation where, I mean, we're not up 80% like Tesla is, or whatever the case is. Now again, that's not even from lows, but year to date we're up 80.17% on Tesla. So I don't even know what the low is. Let me see what the low from the low. From the low, Tesla, yep, that's 80%. The low was at the beginning of January. That's just how amazing this year has been so far. That doesn't mean we hit the bottom, but it does mean we have seen some amazing returns in 2023, the first 30 plus days of 2023. So we've seen some amazing returns. We've had some amazing opportunities to make some money. Let's hope that we continue to see those things going forward, right? Let's hope the market just continues to give back all of the things that it took over the past year. Because I know if you like me, you definitely did not like seeing all this plummeting, all these red days. It's been ugly for us. But hopefully we're making a return very, very soon, right? Okay. So really that's all I have for you guys today. While we're talking about this, make sure we remember the word history, right? So history. Learn from your past, learn from the previous trading year. Make sure you learn how to chart. Look at the history of the charts to predict where it could potentially go in the future. History, right? History. The charting is all about histories of these stocks, of these indexes, of these companies, and how they performed in the past to predict how they'll perform in the future. So you guys keep that in mind. I thank you all for joining to Become Wealthy. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends and family, and I'll see you guys later.